Hello there, lovely viewers. Gather round for a virtual language adventure that's more fun than a barrel of bilingual monkeys. We're diving into the English sea of words, ready to surf those waves of wisdom and ride the tides of tongue-twisting triumphs. So, buckle up your linguistic seatbelts and let's embark on a journey that'll have your brain doing the cha-cha with new vocabulary and grammar. Ready? Let's sprinkle some English magic together. The Secrets of Windermere Manor. Chapter 1: The Mysterious Manor. The rain fell incessantly on the old, sprawling estate known as Windermere Manor. Its grand facade, once a beacon of opulence, now bore the weight of years gone by. Violet Winters, an astute young detective, stood at the entrance, her keen eyes surveying the scene. She had been called to investigate the sudden disappearance of Lord Archibald Harrington, the Master of Windermere. Violet's reputation preceded her. She was known for solving even the most enigmatic cases. With a firm resolve, she entered the dimly lit foyer, where an eclectic group of family members and staff had gathered, each concealing their own secrets behind wary eyes. As Violet introduced herself, the air grew thick with tension. Amidst the gathering, Violet spotted Lady Eleanor Harrington, the enigmatic wife of the missing lord. Clad in mourning attire, her demeanor exuded an air of detachment that sent shivers down Violet's spine. The lady's piercing gaze met Violet's briefly before she turned away, seemingly lost in her thoughts. Violet's investigation led her through a labyrinth of corridors adorned with portraits of the Harrington lineage. With each step, the mystery deepened. Footsteps echoed eerily, and whispers of hidden motives fluttered like the drafts that swept through the mansion. A conversation between the butler and the housemaid caught Violet's attention, a conversation that hinted at long-buried family rivalries. Nightfall descended, casting elongated shadows across the estate. Violet retreated to her temporary chambers, a sense of foreboding settling in her chest. As she pored over the evidence, a photograph caught her eye, a picture of Lady Eleanor and a man who bore a striking resemblance to her missing husband. The plot thickened, and Violet knew she was in for a long night of unraveling secrets. Chapter 2: Whispers of Deceit. The morning mist hung low over Windermere Manor, cloaking its secrets in an ethereal shroud. Violet emerged from her restless night with a determination to peel back the layers of deception that clung to the Harrington family. She sought out Lady Eleanor, hoping to glean more about the man in the photograph. In the manor's lavish library, Lady Eleanor sat alone, her fingers tracing the spines of dusty tomes. Violet approached, her footsteps muffled by the rich carpeting. The lady looked up, her expression guarded yet weary. Violet delicately broached the subject of the photograph, and Lady Eleanor's eyes betrayed a flicker of vulnerability before she regained her composure. Lord Harrington had a twin brother, Edward, she revealed in hushed tones. He disappeared years ago, and Archibald never spoke of him again. The photograph is of Edward. As Violet delved deeper, she learned that Edward's disappearance had been a source of family shame, shrouded in mystery. The whispers among the staff hinted at a dark secret involving the brothers, a secret that had driven a wedge between them and festered through the years. Violet's investigation expanded beyond the manor's walls. She ventured into the nearby village, where the locals harbored their own suspicions about the Harringtons. Gossip flowed like a hidden river, and through careful listening, Violet pieced together a tale of jealousy, betrayal, and rivalry that spanned generations. Returning to Windermere Manor, Violet assembled the family and staff in the grand drawing room. With a flair for the dramatic, she unveiled her findings, casting a spotlight on the tangled web of lies and half-truths that had ensnared the Harringtons. Accusations were flung, denials were made, and the atmosphere grew tense. As the tension reached its peak, a hidden door creaked open, revealing a secret passage that led to a hidden chamber. Violet, driven by a hunch, followed the passage to its end and found herself face to face with the missing Lord Archibald Harrington. His appearance was disheveled, his eyes wide with a mix of relief and fear. Chapter 3: Unveiling the Truth. Violet's heart raced as she stood in the dimly lit chamber, staring at the missing Lord Archibald Harrington. His ragged appearance and the wild look in his eyes painted a picture of a man on the edge. Violet cautiously approached, her detective instincts on high alert. Archibald's voice trembled as he began to speak, recounting a tale of sibling rivalry that had taken a sinister turn. He revealed that Edward, his long-lost twin brother, had returned to Windermere Manor with vengeance in his heart. Consumed by jealousy over Archibald's privileged life, Edward had plotted to take his brother's place. The truth was staggering. Edward had imprisoned Archibald in the hidden chamber, assuming his identity and manipulating the family into believing he was the true Lord Harrington. It was Edward who had vanished into thin air, leaving Archibald to languish in captivity. The ordeal had left Archibald broken, his spirit nearly shattered. Violet listened intently, piecing together the puzzle. She confronted Edward, now exposed in his twisted charade. He remained unapologetic, claiming that the role of Lord Harrington suited him far better than his brother. The tension reached a boiling point, and it seemed that justice would never be served. But justice had a way of finding its path, even in the darkest corners of deception. The village constable arrived, alerted by a concerned servant who had overheard the confession. With evidence now in hand, Edward's reign of deceit came crashing down. He was apprehended, his facade of power crumbling into dust. In the aftermath, the Harrington family began to heal from the wounds of the past. Lady Eleanor, now freed from the grip of Edward's manipulation, revealed her own struggles and vulnerabilities. Archibald, though scarred by his ordeal, found solace in the truth and the support of those who had believed in him. As the sun set over Windermere Manor, Violet stood on the threshold of the estate. She had unraveled the complex threads of deception, exposed the truth, and restored justice to a family torn apart by secrets. The sense of satisfaction was undeniable, yet bittersweet, for the wounds left behind would take time to fully heal. Chapter 4: Echoes of Redemption. Weeks had passed since the revelation at Windermere Manor. The once shrouded estate now basked in renewed sunlight, its halls echoing with the laughter of a family finding its way back to one another. Archibald had reclaimed his rightful place, and Lady Eleanor had embraced a newfound strength. Violet Winters had played her part and was now ready to bid farewell to Windermere. As she packed her belongings, Lady Eleanor approached, gratitude shining in her eyes. "You've given us a second chance," she said softly. "You've shown us that even in the darkest moments, truth can prevail." Violet smiled, a sense of fulfillment warming her heart. "The truth has a way of coming to light, even when hidden in the shadows," she replied. With a final nod, she left Windermere Manor behind, her footsteps carrying her toward new mysteries waiting to be solved. The village had not forgotten the detective who had brought justice to their midst. A small gathering had been organized in Violet's honor, a gesture of gratitude for her unwavering determination. Among the crowd, a familiar face appeared, Thomas, a local artist who had aided Violet in her investigation. Thomas had been captivated by Violet's sharp mind and relentless pursuit of the truth. As the two conversed, their connection deepened, and a spark of something more than friendship flickered between them. It was a reminder that amidst the shadows of mystery, unexpected bonds could be formed. As the years passed, Violet continued to solve cases that baffled others, each mystery bringing her closer to the truth. She found herself returning to Windermere Manor, drawn by the memories of that fateful investigation. Archibald and Lady Eleanor welcomed her with open arms, their home now a sanctuary of honesty and unity. And so, the story of Windermere Manor came full circle, a tale of secrets and deception transformed by the unyielding pursuit of truth. In the heart of the English countryside, echoes of redemption resounded, reminding all who heard them that even the darkest of pasts could be illuminated by the light of justice and the power of human connection.